when I said you about sperm synthesis, I said you the germ cell there is spermatogonia. Here, this germ cell is oocyte. This will produce the ovum. Okay, 4 ovum are produced by one oocyte. During the formation of during oogenesis, the formation of oocytes in the ovary, oocytes in ovary occurs during embryonic development. Embryonic development means when the baby is in the mother's womb itself, ovary will synthesize oocytes. How many oocytes for one ovary do you think? It is 1 to 2 million oocytes are produced. Oocytes are produced. After the birth, this oocytes will enter into meiosis. At what time? Meiosis will start at birth. At birth only. Once the baby is born, meiosis will start. But this meiosis is not completed, only partially completed. I said you one cell of meiosis will give rise to 4 cells. First it will give 2 cells, then it will give 4 cells. This complete is one meiosis, one cell cycle, one cell division. But this is divided into, this formation of 2 cells is called as meiosis 1. And after this formation of 4 cells is called as meiosis 2. This complete process is one cell division. Okay, even meiosis 1 is started, that's all. Meiosis 1 will start. At that time, they are called as primary oocytes. Primary oocytes. After the meiosis is started, inside the ovary, they are called as primary oocytes. This primary oocytes will develop a layer around it. This layer is called as granulosa cells. Granulosa cells form one layer inside this primary oocyte is present, and this is called as primary follicle. Primary follicle. Okay. The oocyte that is present inside the ovary, it will develop one layer of granulosa cells, and this cell itself will enter into meiosis 1, and at this stage this total structure is called as primary follicle. So inside the ovary it looks like this. This is the ovary. Inside the ovary this is attached. It looks like this, a small structure, inside there is a dot. It looks like this. Okay, this structure is looking like this. Now, after this primary follicle develops to form secondary follicle. Primary follicle develops to form secondary follicle. At this stage, what is happening? The granulosa cells will become few layers thick. Few layers thick granulosa cells. Granulosa cells. Okay. Is there any change in primary oocyte? There is no change in primary oocyte. Only the number of layers are increasing. That means where the secondary follicle looks like this. This is the primary oocyte, and this is the layer of granulosa cells. This is another layer of granulosa cells, and after that there is another layer of granulosa cells. It looks like this. Secondary follicle looks like this. Okay. After the secondary follicle is formed, it modifies itself to form tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle, how it looks? Tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle will look like this. There are several layers of granulosa cells. This is one layer, this is one layer, this is one layer. Like this, so many layers, 3-4 layers. So many means it's not more. This is one layer of granulosa. This is one layer of granulosa, and this is one layer of granulosa. Inside this oocyte will complete, first mitosis will complete. First mitosis will complete. And this granulosa is in several layers. This is now it is called as secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. And this granulosa cell outer layer is called as outer theca, and this inner layer of granulosa is called as inner theca. Okay, so from here to here it is called as outer theca. From here to here this part is called as inner theca. This is inner theca. This is outer theca. Like that. Not only tertiary cycle, there is one more stage. One more stage is there, after which it is called as Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. How does Graafian follicle looks? Graafian follicle has this outer theca. This is outer theca. After that, this is inner theca is present. Inner layers of the granulosa cells, and this is oocyte. Among this only one is fully formed, one is active, that means after meiosis 1, and around this a layer develops. This layer of cells is called as zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. After reaching to this stage, the ovum is released out of ovary. The ovum is released out of ovary. Okay. So let us draw this diagram in the ovary. The same diagram. So how many stages are there? First, one about 1 to 2 million oocytes are formed in embryonic development. At the time of birth, this oocytes will enter into meiosis 1. Okay. After that, this process takes place till puberty, and at the time of puberty, 60,000 to 80,000 primary oocytes are left. That means remaining all will be disintegrated. Okay. And after it enters into meiosis 1, that cells are called as primary oocytes. Around this granulosa cells are formed. That will enter into secondary follicle. This is called as primary follicle. It enters into secondary follicle stage. When the number of granulosa cells increase, multiple layers are formed. After that, now the change take place inside the cell. The cell will divide to form two cells. Okay, that means meiosis 1 is completed. What is completed? Meiosis 1 is completed. What is completed here? Meiosis 1 completed. And the cells that are formed are called secondary oocytes. This secondary oocytes will develop one layer around that called as zona pellucida, and at this stage it is called as Graafian follicle. How many stages are there? Oocytes, one stage. After that, primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, Graafian follicle. We draw all this inside the ovary. So now let us check. This is the ovary. This is the ovary. Now what is formed during the birth? During the birth, oocytes are formed. Oocytes before birth, during embryon, during embryonic development. Okay. After that, how many they are present? 1 to 2 million are present. After that, it converts into another structure called primary follicle, and this is primary oocyte. Okay, primary follicle, and this is primary oocyte. At this stage, how many are present? 60,000 to 80,000 are present. This steps from here to here take from birth to till puberty. You know what is puberty, right? Age of adolescence is called as puberty. Till that stage, this processes will take place. This oocytes will convert into primary follicles, and it is reduced to 60,000 to 80,000 because remaining are spoiled, degenerated means they are spoiled. Gradually, they are degenerated. After that, it enters into next stage. So many layers of this what is it? Glamerulosa cells are so many at this time, and the cell is undergoing first mitotic division completes, and it is called as secondary follicle. Secondary follicle. Sorry, this change does not take place. Only the outer cells will increase. Secondary follicle. And now the tertiary follicle is formed. So many outer layers, outer theca, inner theca, and meiotic division completes. This is called as secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. And this is tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle undergoes changes. What are the changes? The outer cells are as it is, the outer cells are as it is. This is inner theca, this is outer theca. More than one layer, I have drawn only one layer. This is secondary oocyte, this is zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. Okay, this stage it is called as Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. And after that, Graafian follicle reaches to border of the ovary. This is here. This is inner theca. This is outer theca. And now this zona pellucida and this secondary oocytes are releasing outside, and this process is called as ovulation. Incompletely formed ovum. Okay, it is oocyte is a still meiotic division, half only it is completed, remaining half is there. Ovulation is nothing but release of ovum from ovary is called as ovulation. Okay. After this, what happens? This Graafian follicle will modify itself. Will modify itself to form a structure called this. It is called as corpus luteum. It is called as corpus luteum. It secretes a hormone called progesterone. It secretes a hormone called progesterone. Progesterone. After some days, this is totally disintegrated, completely dead, and a scar will remain back. Scar means when your wound completely heals, some scar is remaining back. Same like that in the ovary, also one scar is remaining back. This scar is called as corpus albanicus. Okay. Among these all stages, from here to here. These stages occur for 14 days and the remaining these two will occur for 14 days. And this complete cyclic events, after this is albanicus is formed, second oocyte, I said you 60,000 target. Second oocyte will convert into primary follicle. Then secondary follicle. Cycle continues. Once that is also disintegrated, oocyte will mature. Okay, the total cycle takes 28 days to complete, and this is called as menstrual cycle. What is menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle is the cyclic events. These are cyclic events that occur in ovary also, in uterus also, in hormones also. Okay. Cyclic changes occur in ovary, uterus, hormones. What happens in the ovary? We saw just now. This will occur for 14 days. This will occur for 14 days. And on the 14th day, ovulation occurs. That is, ovum is released out of the ovary. Ovum is released out of the ovary on the 14th day. Exactly on 14th day it should release, but in some persons it may release from 14th to 16th or 18th day. Because of this reason, most of the time the menstrual cycle operates for 28 days, but sometimes it extends for 35 days also. It is normal for some person to have a 35-day cycle. For some persons, it is 28-day cycle. For some people, it is somewhere between 28 and 35. It is okay, no problem. It's normal. Right? So these are the changes that take place inside the ovary. Afterwards, what are the changes that take place in the uterus also we'll see. Okay, now let me draw this. Okay, this is the structure of female reproductive system. So in this here the ovary is present. Ovary releases the ovum and that is attracted by this fimbriae. Fimbriae will draw, they'll make movements like this to attract this ovum. The released along with zona pellucida and secondary oocyte enters here. After entering here, this zona pellucida and secondary oocyte is present. That will undergo again second cell division, and by the time it reaches here, the cell division is complete. But among this, only one cell is there. Remaining cell will be disintegrated. Among the 4 cells that are formed, only one cell will be there. Remaining cells will be disintegrated. Okay. And what are the changes that are happening in the uterus during this menstrual cycle? I said you the inner endometrium has several folds to increase the surface area. This layer gets thickened, means it becomes more thicker. It becomes more thicker like this. Why? Why it should become more thicker? After ovulation, if fertilization takes place, it is making itself ready for receiving the embryo. It is making itself ready for receiving the embryo, and this endometrium becomes thick. Endometrium becomes thick, and after the endometrium becomes thick, it waits. How many days it waits? 14th day it is releasing. From 14th day to 28th day, that is end of menstrual cycle, this ovum will wait here for receiving any sperm. If any sperm enters into the female body, it fuses with this ovum, then fertilization will complete. It is waiting from 14th day to 28th day, and if the menstrual cycle lasts till 35 days, it waits till 35 days. Okay, during that 14 to 28 days, this endometrium wall becomes thick. That is also taking place from 14th day to 28th day. If the fertilization occurs, the embryo will be fixed here. If the fertilization does not occur, okay, the sperm did not reach the ovum and the fertilization did not occur, then what will happen? This endometrium walls will dissolve along with the blood vessels that are present here. Okay, endometrium wall and the blood vessels that are present here will dissolve, and the endometrium sheds out of the body through the cervix and it enters into vagina, from there out of the body. Right? So this process is called as menstruation. So after 28 day, after 14th day, 2 fates are there. One is fertilization can occur. Fertilization occurs. Second fate is fertilization do not occur. Fertilization do not occur. If the fertilization occurs, embryo fixes in uterus. If the fertilization do not occur, endometrium sheds, and this process is called as menstruation. Anything can happen. Okay? And sperm can enter into body. Sperm can fertilize with this ovum any time between 14th day and 28th day. After 28 days, this ovum also sheds along with this endometrium wall. Okay, so these are the changes in uterus that are taking place, and hormonal changes that are taking place. So let us understand the stages of menstrual cycle before we understand hormonal changes. Before we understand the hormonal changes, I'll say you the phases of menstrual cycle. First phase is menstruation. Menstruation occurs from 1 to 5th day of menstrual cycle. Second one is follicular phase. Follicular phase is from 6th day to 14th day. Follicle will develop. And third phase is luteal phase. Luteal phase. And during this time, it is from 15th day to 28th day. Normally 28th day, sometimes it extends till 35 days also. So what happens during this? During this menstruation occurs endometrium wall sheds, and during follicular stage follicle develops. Follicle develops, and during menstruation endometrium shed. Endometrium sheds, and during this luteal phase what happens? Endometrium thickens. Thickens. What happens to ovum? Waits for sperm to fertilize. Okay. So these are the stages. Now let us understand the changes in hormones. What are the hormones that are related with pregnancy? Menstrual cycle and pregnancy. There are two hormones that are secreted by ovary, two hormones that are secreted by pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is present in the lower part of brain. In this region we'll have, okay? Pituitary gland is present in the lower part of brain. So the hormones that are present, that are secreted from pituitary gland are follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone. Next, the hormones that are secreted by these two are pituitary hormones. Pituitary hormones. And there are two ovarian hormones. One is progesterone, and second one is estrogen. These two are ovarian hormones produced from ovary. Okay, I'll change this color also. Follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone. So I'll write here the stages of menstrual cycle. What are the stages of menstrual cycle? Menstruation, after menstruation, follicular phase. After that, it is what phase? Luteal phase. Luteal phase. So what is this follicle stimulating hormone? Is higher than luteinizing hormone in the menstrual cycle. By the end of menstrual cycle, it produces, its production peaks up, and by luteal phase, it is going down by the time of menstruation. And next one is luteinizing hormone is less during menstruation. It increases, peaks during the end of follicular stage, and after that it reaches below the level of follicular stimulating hormone. That means follicular stimulating hormone is peak level at the menstruation. Okay? Remaining all time it is less, it is produced less than luteinizing hormone. And at the end of follicular stage, both the hormones are produced more. These are the changes of pituitary hormones. Now let us take the changes in ovarian hormones. Estrogen, black color. So it is also produced normally at menstruation, it peaks, and afterwards it decreases like this, and it peaks at the end of luteal stage. And progesterone produces Normally, it peaks up after ovulation and it proceeds like that. So, normally estrogen is increased after the follicular phase and decreases at once and increases at the end of luteal phase before menstruation occurs, and progesterone increases after ovulation occurs, after follicular stage, and then it decreases after that. This is when corpus luteum is produced. If you remember, this is when corpus luteum is produced. When corpus luteum disintegrates, progesterone hormone also decreases. So these are the hormonal changes that occur in the body during the menstrual cycle. So how the fertilization occurs, we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, before that, let me introduce you some more terms like menarche, menopause, menstruation, menstrual cycle. What is the difference? What are the four terms? Let me write here. Menarche, menopause, menstruation, menstrual cycle, menstrual cycle. These are the cyclic changes. Menstrual cycle is the cyclic changes that occur in ovary, that occur in uterus, that occur in hormones. Okay. Menstruation is release of endometrium. Release of endometrium. This release of endometrium occurs at every cycle, but when it is released for first time, first release is called as menarche. First release of endometrium is called as menarche. This means that the female reproductive system has become functional. This is a signal that female reproductive system has become functional. Menopause is a stage after 45 to 55 years. Menstrual cycle stops. Menstrual cycle stops. That means reproductive system becomes inactive. That stage is called as menopause. Okay. Menstrual cycle is the cyclic changes that occur in ovary, uterus and hormones. So those four terms you should not confuse. Okay. Menarche is the first release of endometrium. Menopause is the end of menstrual cycle. Menstruation is monthly release of endometrium. That means once in 28 days. Menstrual cycle is cyclic changes that occur in the ovary, uterus and hormones. Okay children.